All right, it looks like I am live in actuality now. So let's make sure that my last video isn't still going on. You guys know over there waiting for me to All right. I'm Aaron, and welcome to the Cult of Cinema. I think, hey there, Red Raven. Yeah, I had a bit of an issue. So if you're on my other stream, I do apologize, cause hey there, Christian. Bit of a mess. For some reason, the last couple times I've been trying to, I gotta check my connections. I've been trying to set up. I always get like disconnect immediately, even before I start the stream. And that, obviously, as somebody that streams a lot, hey there, Eggman. Shaggy, you saw the pictures, hey? Uh, yeah, I know it's been really weird lately. It's like they're trying to discourage the live streams. But I wanted to get on here and pretty much. I always do like a Halloween video. Now tonight I just sat back with my better half and my cousin, and hey there, happy Halloween, Paul Richards. Happy Halloween, everybody. And we watched Doctor Sleep, which I had not seen yet. So that was a that was an interesting journey. And we watched the director's cut. So yes, happy Halloween, Kubrick. Now I talked about this on. I don't think I talked about this on my channel. You can let me know if I did, and I won't go into it. But I know on my Twitter and on my Instagram, I have I talked about the big Vinegar Syndrome announcement that they made on Friday, um, because they announced more stuff about the Black Friday sale, about the box sets and everything like that. Did I mention that on my main channel? Did we talk about that? Hey, Indy. So Friday, which is a couple days old now, but Vinegar Syndrome made an announcement about their about what they're doing with the Black Friday thing. So we got more information, and since we did, I thought, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna just kind of talk about that a little bit before I go into anything else. So now I did not talk about this on my channel already, did I? Did I, Indy? Did I? Kubrick? I hope I don't. This is how forgetful I am. I have not watched my last video. So if I talked about it before, and I don't think I did, I think I talked Blu-ray sales last time around. Let's get into this. So Vinegar Syndrome is pretty much let us know that it's just 4 short weeks until their colossal Black Friday 2020 sale, November the 27th to November the 30th, with 50% off SRPs on nearly every single title in their catalog. 2 secret limited edition Vinegar Syndrome titles, 2 new VSA titles, 4 catalog slipcovers for movies that have already been out, 3 new partner label titles, which we'll get into a little bit, and of course, the ones we know are the Beastmaster, Don Cuscara's Beastmaster in 4K, with is the launch of the new VSU line. Rest in peace, Sean Connery, man. That was a bit of a shock this morning. There's also Vernon Zimmerman's Fade to Black and the Forgotten Jolly Volume 2. But we knew that already. So that was kind of what we knew. But the added little details to kind of entice you a bit more. And they did. They did entice me. Hey there, Alan. Happy Halloween. And they made me really excited that for the first time ever, I got, hey there, Kay. Happy Halloween. I got the bundle. I got the everything flash sale bundle. And if you got it too, you're probably going to be pretty excited about this stuff here. You probably already know it, but I'm going to go through it with you guys. For those that don't know, if you're on my Instagram or my Twitter, then me and my better half, with my cousin Raj, actually did a little kind of mini photo shoot for Halloween, with me dressed up as Shaggy and her dressed up as Velma, and my cousin dressed up as the dastardly villain who gets captured in the end with the whole thing. So it was really fun. We had a blast doing it. It was freezing cold outside doing it though, and wearing a shaggy outfit is not exactly the warmest outfit in the world. My Better Half's Velma outfit was incredible, and yeah, it was fun. And Raj was such a good sport. He's actually he has gone to school for photography, and he's a really good photographer. He has several cameras and tripods and stuff, so we were able to get him to like play around with that a bit. And if you haven't seen that on my Twitter or my Instagram, definitely check it out. All right, so let's get into the meat of this. So what we know about Beastmaster already, because that one's been pretty much like documented. You get the 40-page book. There's a brand new feature length making of documentary for Beastmaster. It's a worldwide debut for the 4K UHD. Hey there, Sumo. And special edition packaging, which we've seen, which looks really cool, and a lot more. But this is where we're going to get into the bigger stuff, the stuff that we did know previously. Like for instance, we know Fade to Black is coming, and we know that we know what's coming, like except for two titles. But you know, even the titles that we know are coming, except for Beastmaster. Hey there, Mary Sullivan, happy Halloween. What we do know is that what we don't know is what their covers going to look like, what the slip covers are. None of that's been shown yet. But we got a little bit of a tiny peek, well, a word peek, anyway. So Vernon Zimmerman's long requested on blue cinephile slasher, Fade to Black, is finally gracing the high definition format in an extras loaded edition, similar to our Spookies release last year. Now, how similar? I don't know yet, but I do know that Spookies had not one, but two, two documentaries on it. One about Vipco, and one about the making of Spookies. So, what can Fade to Black have on it? I'm not quite sure. But also, like Spookies, in another way, they're going with the two limited edition slipcovers. So, if anybody that hasn't bought it can choose one or the other, there's going to be brand new artwork by Tom Hodge, and another slipcover based on the original one-shot theatrical poster by Earl Kessler Jr. So we are going to get two different. But if you've ordered it already, if you got the everything bundle coming, like if you're like Indie, and I think Indie has. Do you have like a subscription, Indie, or you just by the month? Because I thought you had a subscription. Then you're going to get both covers, so you don't have to choose. You get them both anyway. And this time I don't have to choose. I'll get them both anyway. Artwork will be revealed in the coming weeks, so there's still 4 weeks to reveal the artwork. We'll also unveil the second installment in our Forgotten Jolly series, with, of course, brand new restorations for My Dear Killer, The French Sex Murders, and The Girl in Room 2A. Actually, what we did was we took the Halloween candy, and because there was a lot of kids coming around, like social distance and stuff, so we put like a whole like jack-o'-lantern thing full of candy and chips and stuff outside, and people and kids like all over the street came by and they grabbed some candy and stuff. And you know what, you think like there'd be some kid that would come along and just kind of grab everything, but it actually didn't. They didn't. I'm getting both actually, because if you pre-ordered the bundle, Ken, you will be getting both as well, so you won't have to choose. You'll get both of the slips come with your package. And there's even like a few bags of chips left afterwards. Now, new transfers for all three of these films. But it gets better. Hey there, Richard. Yeah, it's going to be awesome. I'd like to see both these artworks. I want to see what the other one is too. So remember the 3D title. Remember some people were like concerned because they were thinking, I'm not sure, but they said it's like Spooky, so that's what I'm going to assume it's kind of like. Remember when they said like the 3D title, and people were worried, okay, like I don't have a 3D TV, like well I do, but like if you don't have 3D TV, are you going to be able to watch this, or is it just going to be flat for you? Are they going to use Anograph 3D? Are they going to use real 3D? Well, that was clarified, and we now know which they're going to use. And the answer to that is, well, yeah. You ready for this? All right. The usual cherries on of our sale will be our two magnificent surprise Vinegar Syndrome titles, which are a long promise and very first 3D Blu-ray of an early 80s horror treat, Could be Salamander. Maybe they'll display there. Again, but there's other titles it could be too. Presented in its original scope framing and in full digital real 3D, but also in Anograph 3D as well, along with custom 3D glasses. Hey there, Chris. Happy Halloween. Um, hey there, Jason. Happy Halloween. With along with custom 3D glasses, so you're gonna get like cool. Like remember when like Friday 13th did their custom Jason glasses and Nightmare on Elm Street did their custom glasses. So whatever this movie is you're gonna get custom 3D glasses for the Anograph version of it, and of course the regular flat 2D as well. So not only can you watch this on a 3D TV with like real 3D, but you can also watch this on a regular TV with Anograph, with the red and blue 3D glasses, or you can just watch it regular than any 3D at all if you don't have the depth perception for 3D. And I actually know a lot of people that are in that boat. But thanks, Chris. that was pretty awesome. So some movies made you choose. If you got Friday the 13th box set, which is amazing, it's in real 3D. But for people that don't have a 3D TV, and they probably still held on to their other box set because it had Anograph 3D, this is going to have both versions for you, so you don't have to make a decision. You're going to get it anyway. And the geek in me, I'm really excited with custom glasses. So I want to see what that is. Because they do tend to go above and beyond. Oh, Friday the 13th, the box set, I got that. That's amazing. And a whacked out, crowd pleasing gore fest from the late 80s from one of our favorite underrated wizards of supernatural slice and dice. So that could be anything. That could literally be anything when it comes to the glasses. When it comes to like the title, it could be the Ruben Galendez Jr. title that people think that it might be. It could be something completely different. They said one of our favorite underrated wizards of supernatural slice and dice. Now that also could be a Jose Larraz. Is there a Jose Larraz that we don't know about? That's not the 3D title. This is like the regular title alongside the 3D title. So, supernatural slice and dice. It could be the Ruben Glandis Jr. title. I'll be super cool with that. It could be. I don't think it's going to be Hello Mary Lou Prominent 2, which is some people think it is. I won't get into it now. I did a video on it though, Barrett, and it's amazing. Denzel Terra, there's the. That's not really slice and dice though. I don't think like Denzel Terra is really kind of a slice and dice like supernatural. Is there a Jose Larraz that we're missing that we don't have yet? That could go along that route. Watch my Friday 13th unboxing video. It's a good long one. It's a good one. But because that Larraz has been around a lot lately, and we've been seeing this stuff come out like crazy. I would love to see another Jose Larraz that I don't have, but like Arrow's put so many that I can't really think of one that Scream that Vinegar Syndrome would put out that we don't already have. But again, that's still not all, because they're also doing stuff for basically new for like third partner companies. Which means that we got first the VSA releases. So there's 2 VSA releases coming up, Vinegar Syndrome archive releases. So for those of you that have never seen a Vinegar Syndrome archive release, this here is what does my shirt say? This here is the 7th shirt for All the Colors of the Dark, Sergio Martino, which is a favorite of mine, and the only shirt I have that has Edwidge Fenech on it. So this is a VSA release. So this is an out of print one. and they're all hand numbered too. So we're doing Livid Label. I've never checked the Livid films. I'll check them out though. But here's the thing. Here's the neat thing. It looks like they're action titles, but they're not two titles. They're three. So one of these titles is going to be a double feature. So start the guessing now, because they do a lot of like kind of late 80s, early 90s, kind of like really cheesy action flicks. So a double feature release. Do our talk? Oh yeah, our talks go back to we do the daily savings. So in a perfectly amazing world, I would be thinking, hey, you know what? It's a double feature. Maybe we're finally going to get some Cynthia Rothrock. Um, and then you could have something like a Lady Dragon and a Lady Dragon 2. Did all my discs in the Friday 13th set work? Oh yeah, I didn't have problems with any of them. And I watched pretty much through all of them. There was no scratches, no residue, anything like that that I heard people talk about. So yeah, there was no issues with the Friday 13th set at all. Hey there, Daz, welcome, man. I went for the replacement discs for those three, for the cutscene and the silly like 3D thing. But it's replacement discs, so I'll do it anyway. But there you go. So like, there's three movies. Ken's made a guess there, with the Chris Mitchum ones, which it definitely could be. I want it to be Cynthia Rothrock. I really do. I would really love to see some. Cynthia Rothrock needs to get some love. She really does need to get some love on Blu-ray. I love Halloween. Halloween is definitely one of my favorite times of year. So we got three titles and three pretty much action titles. So that's going to be good for the VSAs. I think it's good to keep those labels going as well. But there's more, because there's also two new releases coming out from AGFA. So we know She-Mob is going to be one of them. Oh, and then Kathleen Kim, I'm in the format. Uh, but we don't know what the other one is. So there's another AGFA title. And the very first US release for a brand new partner label hailing from France. And it is Pulse Video, who are helping to bring their spectacular new edition of Claude Molot's La Femme Object, I guess that's how it's pronounced, I'm not sure, to American shores. So there's that. And I'm sure Fun City Editions probably has a new release coming out the same time as well. So a lot of stuff coming out for Black Friday on from Vinegar Syndrome. So hopefully some of you guys were like me and you pre-ordered the everything Flash bundle, because if you did, then you got a bunch of stuff taken out of the way, right? So you got your 3D title and your Beastmaster. Everybody needs Beastmaster, and then your Fade to Black, which everybody also needs. But now you can focus on these other VSA titles that are coming out. Maybe some of these like some of these other like third party label titles. Because let's face it, right after that Flash bundle pre-order ended, those titles went up tremendously. Beastmaster, I think it's around 53 on sale, 79 regular Canadian. I'm talking Canadian prices, by the way. So yeah, that's pretty nuts there, right? So if you got in and you got your Beastmaster, you got your everything bundle out of the way, you're you're laughing when it comes to this, because for me, for instance, if I want to pick up some stuff now, I got all that out of the way, like the big ticket items, my Beastmaster, my 3D release, my Forgotten Jelly box set, uh, my Fade to Black. I also got the Fade to Black T-shirt. Hope some of you guys were able to pick up that during the sale, because apparently I don't think that's coming back for the sale. That was only for the flash sale. Um, and I'm sure there'll be other merch and stuff that'll come out along the way. So it'll be interesting to see how it goes with the whole Black Friday sale, and it's now less than 4 weeks away. Why did I choose tonight to talk about it? Well, Vinegar Syndrome is obviously one of the brands that helped, to be bluntly honest, helped to launch my channel, that people actually saw it, because I talked about Vinegar Syndrome back in the days before it was cool, and some people offended about that. And Necromancer, oh, Necromancer is a good one too. That's a fun one. I like Necromancer, but I'm Elizabeth Kate, so. So you didn't go for the other ones? You didn't go for like the Jelly box set, or it was just like a lean time? Like I after I bought that box set, I literally, like, I had sandwiches all week that week, like, and not like good sandwiches, like, peanut butter sandwiches. Well, not peanut butter, wild butter, because I'm allergic to peanuts. Not like deathly allergic, but bit allergic. So what do you guys think of that? What do you guys think of like those announcements? Are you impressed with the announcements? Do you wish you'd gotten the everything bundle if you didn't? Or has this changed your mind about getting some more of these titles? Wait for later, sir, if we get the jelly box set. Makes sense. I couldn't wait because I really do like the three titles that I mentioned here. Mightier Killer, I really like. French Sex Murders, I really like. Um, the other two that I can't remember right now, I actually like as well. But these are three that I know, and the last three were exciting because they're unknown entities to me. These three are exciting for a completely different reason because I know what they are, and I know that they are like strong in the Giallo aspect of it. You're saving your money for the Barnes and Noble, but you're a Criterion guy, so that makes sense, Kubrick. It really does. Um, Except for to Fade to Black and the Two Slips, it is going to be kind of cool. I I made fun of it, like the five slips for cutting class, and I still think that was a little excessive. But let's be honest here. If I had pre-ordered cutting class when they did that pre-order sale, and I got the five slips, I would have been on here like pimping out the five slips. So there you go. What a hypocrite I am. But at least I'm a hypocrite that's telling you I'm a hypocrite. There we go. Show Factory releasing any more movies on DVD like they still do for complete. I'm not sure about movies, but like TV shows, yeah, you're gonna see more TV shows from Show Factory that are probably gonna be DVD. Uh, and you get like usually like kind of like not with feature releases, but like MVD does it too, and like Chef Factory does like smaller releases, kind of like pared down releases for DVD. Now you're pretty good, Cubic Man. So Daz, you're gonna get the new VSAs and the older Jelly box set during the sale, which is a great choice. Hey Richard, welcome, man. I am feeling. I mean, my tooth is hurting a bit today, and it's only like 2 days before I get it yanked. So is Panic Beats better than Devil? Well, here's the thing, Ken. I personally think, and my dad actually does too, who's like a huge, huge Ponashi fan, that Devil Incarnate is one of the better Ponashi films. But I'll put you in this way: did you like Horror Rises from the Tomb, which by Nashi fans is considered one of the great Nashi titles? Hopefully, good. I'm not. How my health be? It's a tooth there near the jaw area, so it's gonna hurt like a bitch. But there'll probably be some bleeding. But I'm guessing there's not gonna. It's not like dental surgery where I gotta go under, like knock on wood. But so it's, I'll whine a bit for about a day or so. Should be good, hopefully. So, well, it's back there. Not Sharp's Wisdom is close to. I never watched. So so yeah, if you liked Horror Rise from the Tomb, Ken, you're probably gonna like the new one. Because it actually does have one of the characters from Horror Rise from the Tomb in it. Because one of the characters that you see in Panic Beats, like for a portion of it, is is the character that's used in like so basically the character in Panic Beats is a descendant of a character from Horror Rises from the Tomb, and we actually get to see like a bit of that character again in Panic Beats. I actually enjoy Panic Beats. It's more like a thriller one. Like basically he plays this guy that like I think he has a rich wife or something. Anyway, he's trying to kill his wife, and things go out of control. But it's a good little thriller. I enjoyed it. But so yeah, I was very glad I didn't go back again. I wanted to get the Greek cinema one, like the Lovers Among Time, but I went back to go and get that one, but it's all sold out, which is a shame because I had a 90-minute like interview, like a documentary. I feel for your wife, Richard, because I know what that's like. What's my opinion on Exorcist 3? It's the same as yours. I like it the best, actually. I love The Exorcist, but first time I saw it, I didn't. Um, hey, Griff, happy Halloween. But I love Exorcist 3. I think it's the best in the series myself. William, unfortunately, yeah. R.I.P. to Sean Connery, which I said early on here. It's sad. Extra 3 is definitely not a train wreck. Extra 3 is the best of like the that. Like Extras 2, that's sadly a bit of a train wreck. You may be confusing them. Exorcist 3 though, excellent. Watching Highlander. I thought about watching one of the films tonight with, but I didn't want to. I was like, it was depressing, like for me right now. Hey Andy, welcome man. We just talked a bit about the Vinegar Syndrome announcement that they did on Friday. Exorcist 3 is the one what with the best jump scare of any Exorcist films. It, it's the one that brings back the and it's got George C. Scott. So anything you gotta love anything George C. Scott. Did you Red Red? You're lucky enough to get a PS5. You are lucky. I'm losing faith in you, Kubrick. You gotta rewatch that one. You're literally the only one that doesn't like Exorcist. But there's some. Do not knock George C. Scott. One of the great actors of our generation, actually. And somebody who's was here to study filmmaking and acting. Scott is is one of the greats, and has been in some of the classic films of our time, including the greatest ghost story ever done, The Changeling. I used to have a Highlander the complete TV series, Alan, but unfortunately, I lived in an area where it got stolen, which is it's different from now because if it was nowadays, I'd hunt them down like Liam Neeson and, and take them out. But unfortunately, uh, back then, it was I did not get the chance to do something, which is probably good. I'm not jailed, so that's good. Amy, you're so lucky. See, mine hasn't even shipped yet. My October package Four Finger Stone. What releases do you need to get, Jason? So, Amy, what did you think of the packages for the October releases? Yeah, please hit that like button. That's what. If you're here watching this video, understand I'm doing this like at 1 o'clock at night, and I'm on here. So, what's my favorite of the Poltergeist movies? It's actually the first one, like Tobe Hooper's Poltergeist. And yes, it's Tobe Hooper. Like a lot of people talk about, like the whole idea behind uh you know Spielberg. Oh, Spielberg secretly directed Poltergeist. He didn't. He really didn't. If you watched any other Tobe Hooper films, you know it's Hooper. Um, Super cool covers. I'm super excited. Was there anything special about the 4K cover? Like, 'cause every time the 4K covers have been kind of different so far. Well, yeah, a lot of starting to travel right now, unfortunately. New VSA is coming out. Well, I need like the last one, the Adamant one, because I'm a huge Adamant fan too, right? See, Cubic, you could totally help with me finding your stuff by using the super chat function. Just gonna let you know. He's one of your favorite films, Patton, yeah. But still, that does not dissuade from the fact that Exorcist 3 is a really good movie. What do I think, the remake? I wasn't a big fan. It was really a bit of a letdown. Beastmaster is going to be your first 4K title. But so you're future proofing. So you don't have a 4K TV yet, I'm guessing, or you don't have a 4K player, but you're going to get one in the future. But you'll have Beastmaster. You can watch the Blu-ray. Not a bad idea. Don't like the alternate artwork on Deadly Games? See, I'm excited about the artwork for the Galandas Jr. artwork. I've really liked the slip covers on those. And what's the other one that I'm not thinking of? Oh no, no, no! I'm sure one of these years they'll make an Exorcist remake, and people freak out, and it'll probably be kind of meh. Yes, like Tracy, they will be releasing Fade to Black on its own. You'll have the choice to get it between one of two different slipcovers. It's going to have a slipcover that's going to be based on the original poster art, and it's going to be a slipcover which is a brand new slipcover done by Thomas Hodge. So you not only will be able to buy it on its own, you'll have to choose between which slipcover you want out of the two versions of Fade to Black. Unfortunately, I don't think that they're going to put the T-shirt back up for sale again on the on the Black Friday sale. But I kind of hope to do so more people can get it because it'd be cool to have some of us here like sporting a Fade to Black T-shirt. La Femme Object. I haven't seen that one either actually. But it'll be interesting to see how it goes. I mean, let's be honest. Vinegar Syndrome has pretty much been outdoing themselves every year when it comes to these sales, to the halfway Black Friday sale, to the Black Friday sale. It's just insane with the amount of work that's put into the to the sales that they do, and the amount of ways that they surprise us. I can pretty much I speak for a lot of people at least when Vinegar Syndrome announced that they're going to put out like a slasher classic. Pretty much none of us thought it was going to be Fade to Black. And if we did, it was only kind of like a wish that it could be Fade to Black. What's the last two VSAs that came out? Hold on. The last one I got, I think, wasn't Savage Dawn. LA Wars. So, LA Wars, if you got that one, but and then after that, Spellcaster, which I'm guessing somebody else already told you. So, LA Wars and Spellcaster, and the one that came out just recently, of course, is Necromancer. So, Necromancer and Spellcaster with the last two, and Necromancer was October, and Spellcaster was back in August. It is. I mean, like Tracy. In all honesty, I when I started talking about Vinegar Syndrome, like I kind of thought that it was gonna. I thought I was gonna lose viewership. Um, I was really getting into the Vinegar Syndrome label and the titles, and I knew that I liked like these kind of these odd Z grade WTF titles, whatever you want to call them, right? And I had a conversation with my better half back around the time because I've been doing like a bit of Criterion stuff, and I did some BFI, and I talked about like Scream Factory and Arrow, and I said pretty much stated I was going to do kind of a WTF year at the time. And as I started to buy Vinegar Syndrome titles, I said, they really do a really good job, and nobody really talks about them. I said, hopefully, um, it's not going to lose me too many viewers to talk about Vinegar Syndrome. Now, four yeah, 4 or 5 years down the road, 4 years down the road, uh, it not only helped my build up the viewership that's on my channel right now. Thank you, Vinegar Syndrome, for that. But I got to meet some people and like go on some podcasts too, with because of that, and definitely expanded. Like it went from there. You ever get more and more excited for the Vinegar Syndrome Black Friday? Brian, I'm so jealous. I would love to become a yearly subscriber, but I can honestly tell you that I of all the years I can't afford to become a yearly subscriber, this one, this one is the one. You want to watch the Mondo sale? Oh, the Mondo sale was good. I mean, like the one that hasn't sold out, and I'm really shocked, is the Queens of Evil, which is the one I thought would sell out first, and that blew my mind because you had an over 3 hour long interview with Ray Lovelock. That like people that didn't get that, I'm not. I It blows my mind. Like here's an icon. He died in 2017, and he's been a part of so many like amazing films as an actor and as a musician too. That that just to hear him, it is sold out. Okay, I apologize, but it was the last one to sell out. Well, I think that's what surprised me. Like Panic Beats was there. That sold out first, I think. Panic Beats. Oh, Nash. If you put Nash up on anything, like especially on Amon Macabre, Nash says it right away. I would love to see them reprint their like his Mr. Hyde film. So was it Dr. Jekyll and the Yeti? Is that what it's called? But because they put that out early on. There's so many good releases that they could re-release if they got the rights to them still. Yep, Fade to Black Brian is having two slips. So if you ordered the Everything Flash bundle like I did, you're gonna get both slips. So you don't have to choose. If you're buying it separately, you can make your choice. Or I'm guessing they'll maybe for you can buy the movie with the slip and then buy the slip on its own. Because they usually do that with the things now. And as always, the slips will be limited. You bought the right on, so you're gonna get both. So you will get both slips. So you don't have to choose between them. After when the sale happens, you'll get both of them automatically. Same as when people bought the Cutting Class back in the day. They pre-ordered it. Hey, Night Fairy, welcome, man. Happy Halloween. They got all 5 slips. I haven't seen Malabimba. I haven't seen the Vinegar Syndrome edition of Malabimba, Jason, but I've seen Malabimba many times actually. So I do know that title, and I do want to upgrade it. I've got the old Shameless edition of it. But yes, definitely smash that like button. I'd appreciate it very much because since I'm making this video today, and what a lot of you guys don't realize is I'm working tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock. So this is me like doing my thing for you guys because I haven't been on here in a couple of days. Do I have any of the double seven? I do. I have them all actually. I bought the Bond 50 and then I got the other ones afterwards. Amy, I am hoping that you got the Vinegar Syndrome stuff. I'll get a rest in a little bit. I'm this won't be an overly long video, but I do want to talk about the stuff. So thanks, though. I really appreciate that. Because if you do, Amy, you're gonna be excited. Their announcement for that was pretty major. Do I nap? Not often. I mean, I'm not a big. I'm a very hyper. I'm not sure if it comes across on here, but I'm a very hyper person. So you're oh, so Amy, you're getting the two slips, which is awesome. The 3D movie that's an actual 3D movie, not real 3D and anograph 3D and 2D. Put it the remake. Oh, wait a second. Maybe I don't have it then. Then maybe I do have that. No, well, now I really have to get it. Now I've got no excuse, and I can tell my better half, "Hey, I need this movie because we only have the remake of it." So that's even better. So thank you. And we're in the surprise titles. We don't know. We know that one of them is going to be a late '80s supernatural slasher film, um, from like somebody that's kind of one of their favorite like directors. That we do know that the 3D title is going to have real 3D, anagраф 3D, and 2D, and custom made 3D glasses as well. So that's kind of cool too. Um, yeah, they're going all out with this one. Like it costs a bit for the November bundle, but hey, Deck, it was obviously worth it. See, I don't see it being prom night too. I really don't, because here's the thing. Let me check one thing here, because something that I'll be honest that I don't remember. I don't remember who directed Prom Night 2. But I know it's not called Prim Night 2, so that's not going to help. So Prom Night 2 is directed by Bruce Pittman, who directed a lot of TV. Riley Country, Due South, Forever Night, North of 60, E&G. A lot of shows I watched when I was... but he's not known for being like a supernatural slasher director. The person that's doing this is a supernatural slasher director. So it could be Jose Larraz, it could be Ruben Galindez Jr. Uh, Definitely choices. I'm gonna try. I mean, like if they're super expensive, like that one. I mean, like it depends. Like I definitely want to because I have a 4K setup, and the if they keep on like Beastmaster, that's a really good big start. So we're coming on movies like if they're going to do movies like that, like some like fantasy films and maybe some action, and like a lot of movies have been delayed, but a lot of basically not delayed by too much. I've been noticing, and that's okay. I mean, like delays happen, but we eventually get them. Like I just ordered from Mondo Macabre. But I know I'm not getting those to January at the very earliest, which is okay because I know it's still coming. But most things haven't been delayed too much, and they've shuffled around the schedules so that the things that they're putting out are things that aren't going to get delayed. So I try to look on the right side of things. Always look on the bright side of life. Got your Eureka order in 2 weeks. Oh, nice. That that's fast. So that's not too bad at all. I've never ordered directly from Eureka, so I don't know. I bought their stores in FOP, but their titles in FOP. I never ordered from them. 19th to December 10th. That's not too bad. Like overall, especially like I'd rather them like delay a little bit and get it good. Brian, are you wanting what I think you're wanting? Are you going to mention iced again? Is that it? Are you going to talk about iced? Actually, I wouldn't mind iced. Do I think the Sword Art Mondo titles will be released in standard editions? All of Mondo's like Sword Art like titles do get a standard edition afterwards. Uh, as far as I know, nothing has never gotten a standard edition, unless it's something that and they'll usually announce ahead of time if it's something that they no longer have the rights to. But these are movies that they just put out, so don't worry. You're going to be able to get your other ones, your Jorge Gro film and like your Paul Nashi and of course the Ray Lovelock film later on in standard editions. Unfortunately, you you'll miss out on the documentary. Much like the Symptoms uh, Blu-ray, like a special edition that came out from Anna Macabre, uh, with which had a whole like extra disc on Jose Larraz on Larraz, which was incredible. Also, this Lovelock one is kind of like that. My favorite atmospheric. Well, that's my favorite movie. It's Black Christmas. I think it really does like lend itself to the atmosphere of of the cold and and the Christmassy time and Canadian. It's very Canadian in its feel. It's it scared me for different reasons than it would scare normally people for. And that's of course the 1974 Bob Clark version of Black Christmas. Not the comedy horror of 2019 or the overly slickly produced 2006 edition. You got some great movie pickups this week. Nice, Jason. There's a few like I gotta check pickup videos. I gotta check out. Pulse is incredible. The original Pulse. Yeah, we're talking original Pulse. We're not talking about the Billy. Well, Billy's a he's well. It goes two ways. See, Kubrick in Black Christmas, uh, the character's name is Billy, sort of, because there are times when it's being done by the guy from Stingray, and he says Belial instead of Billy. And he's mentioned that. I think he mentioned that among commentaries. Like, so yeah, I said we didn't mention Billy, but I also say Belial too. You watch Who Done It? Isn't it cool? When I saw Who Done It, Jason, back in the day, it was on a VHS and it was really really dark. So hopefully it's a good print of Who Done It. I know it's a good print. It's Vinegar Syndrome. A few holiday horror films to watch soon. In a cheesy fun way, AME. That new Vinegar Syndrome title that came out, not really horror, but it's like there's what kind of real? It's like the new Dial, you know, what's a Dial 999 for Santa? That one. Like, there's got a dozen different titles, but definitely a cool one to check out. The Blu-ray transfer looks amazing. Nice. Are there good features on that one? Because I never really looked into it. I just knew that as soon as I saw Who Done It there, I was like, yes, I'm getting this. Oh, the Cruel Snowman one. That's a good one. Gotta love Black Christmas. Deadly Games. There, it says the title I'm thinking of. Like, I'm waiting on. Like, I want to watch Deadly Games, but I'm waiting kind of like closer to Christmas for Deadly Games. So that's one that I'll put away to watch. And I still got the. Because it's never been put on Blu-ray, like Brian just mentioned, I still have my DVD edition of Jack Frost 2, which I do watch every once in a while. I think it's a fun little film. I'm surprised it hasn't got a release. But I don't think it would sell as well as Jack Frost, but just on the name of Jack Frost alone, I think it'll sell decently for sure. And especially because that's such a fun name. You know, the what's it called? Revenge of the Mutant Killer Snowman or something like that. Jack Frost 2 is the Gremlins 2 of the Jack Frost franchise, and there's only two movies in that franchise. And I'm not joking when I say it's a Gremlins 2. It literally is kind of just like Gremlins 2. The Michael Keaton was a little bit sadder than that. So decent, great entries, excellent. I'm so excited with these titles. No, no, not bare bones. No, let's not go bare bones. Let's get some stuff on it. I'm looking over there to see if I can see my Jack Frost 2 title because I would actually bring it over here, like to show you guys. Uh, but it is not standing out for me right now, unfortunately. It's probably in the back somewhere because I had to double over some stuff. But it is like a pretty cool title, and it really is like Gremlins 2. There are little Jack Frost characters, and it's not so it's fun. surprised there aren't more movies with killer snowmen. Well, yeah, when you come to think of it, why isn't there? You know, we had a lot of killer Santa movies. Has new done? Oh, Amy, I heard it's fantastic. I haven't seen it. I don't own it. I did like I had to stop at some point. I was getting like the Friday 13th box set, and I was getting all the Vinegar Syndrome titles, and I got the Fu Manchu set, and then I was like, I just can't. I'm gonna have to wait. And then they made it harder to get, so I was like, okay, then maybe this is it's meant for me to wait. So I'm waiting on the Dawn of the Dead set. But if you got it coming, then Amy, congratulations, because I hear it's amazing. I hear it's like going to be one of the best box sets of the year. A great night, Daz. I'm actually going to be bailing myself pretty soon too, because I didn't plan to make a very long video tonight. I just want to make a kind of a. Is Tubi legally allowed to do that? Ultra Q and Ultra 7? That's kind of sketchy, because that is a unless Mill Creek has put it in there, that may get taken off. Sometimes things go on Tubi that shouldn't go on Tubi. That's one thing I got to say right now. Uh, but that's not cool, actually, to be honest with you. I know that like some stuff shows up on other stream services, and oftentimes not legit. But when you're like, especially when you're like taken from like smaller companies like a Mill Creek or something like that, yeah, that bums me a bit. I got the October package, and I'm gonna got the November package ordered too. So, part of me wonders if they're gonna wait to send my October with my November. Oh no, Shout doesn't do Ultraman, but Shout did do some Kamen Rider stuff, and Kamen Rider stuff came on, like actually the Kamen Rider movie came on YouTube, like they premiered on YouTube. Kamen Rider needs a good release. I'm a Takatsu fan. I would buy all the Kamen Rider, and my daughter, she's like the biggest Kamen Rider fan you're ever gonna meet. She's got like figures and stuff and all kinds of like stuff. So much TV and anime to watch this one. There's a lot of really cool stuff. So what I wanted to do, and I'm gonna do this to kind of end off my thing. Oh yeah, the yearly subscriber you can get yours first. Is I just picked 10 random titles, horror titles from Vinegar Syndrome, and just purely horror titles that if you don't have them, definitely worth picking up in next Vinegar Syndrome sale. I picked one that's not in print, just because I'm a bit of a dick that one. Hey there, Joe. But titles that I think are worth looking into, that are really good. Party Line. Leif Garrett is a serial killer with a serial killer sister. And this is a ton of fun. I'm going to go through these pretty fast. There's nothing out there. Until Spookies came along, this was probably the most feature-laden release that they ever had. And even today, that there, that, that's even special features. You get full short films, full length, like extra feature films on here. Great stuff. Evils of the Night, infamous for being that movie with the Millennium Falcon cover on it, on the Millennium Falcon cover, but actually it's a really fun film with some actors you wouldn't expect. Everybody from Tina Louise to Julie Newmar to Aldo Ray to Amber Lynn on the small role. Splatter University with Elizabeth Caton on the cover only. She's not in the film. But Splatter University is a fun little slasher film. No, the Millennium Falcon's not in it. It's just on cover. Bloody New Year, which again is one of my favorite Norman J. Warren films. Not quite at the quality of Prey, but still a really fun film. The insanely eerie and highly under talked about film, Star Time. Even the cover freaks me out. Star Time is always one of those movies that really got under my skin, and if you haven't seen it, really is worth checking out. Spookies. Again, even without slipcover, you get 2 documentaries, and the awesomeness that is Spookies. Definitely check that out. The Incredible Unmasked Part 25. What if Jason had a girlfriend, waxed poetic, was introspective and had an English accent. But don't worry, it does not let up on the gore either. It does have the Friday 13th score to it. Was sent FedEx this time. Probably get it out in time. FedEx can be awfully fast at times. And the one that everybody should have, The Corruption of Chris Miller. If you haven't checked this out, it's kind of a Spanish giallo. It is extremely well done. And I got this in a trade. I'm so glad I did. Thank you, Death Bomb, because incredible, incredible film. And so you know, I put two in that are gone out of print for a particular reason. Sometimes there are films that you just got to jump on. Horror House on Highway 5 is an insanely fun movie. It is nuts. It is crazy. It is one of the two films that were put out that were directed by Richard Casey. Maybe he's only directed two films. I really would have to look into it. But this has a bit of everything, and this was around for a while. And every video I did, when I was doing like my top videos or stuff to pick up, I mentioned this one, and I mentioned it right up after it got like it sold out, and after it sold out, every video I did afterwards were like, "Oh, that's sold out. I wish you would have got that." Sometimes it pays to listen to me. Evil Town, yep, like Evil. Yeah. It has a very big connection to Evils at Night, and was one of the first two Vinegar VSA releases, Vinegar Syndrome archive releases, and is now all sold out, as are a lot of different Vinegar Syndrome archive releases. So you might want to jump on those VSAs that you want to get during the next sale, especially the earlier ones, as you know, eventually once like with the VSA release, there is no standard edition. So Evil Town isn't going to come out with the standard edition later on. Neither is any of the other titles. That's the edition they got. That's how many they can make, and they're hand numbered for a reason. They're actually super special, and they got really cool posters. Anyway, I hope that helps out. So I did kind of a Vinegar Syndrome Halloween episode for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope you like it. If you have liked it, please hit the like button. It really helps out the channel. Share. I actually love Dungeon of Death, but you are right, it is super bad. Subscribe to my Patreon supporters, the Crimson Cult. There is a lot of stuff coming in the very near future. Don't worry about that. There's going to be some really good videos. Me on my own, me with my better half, some other stuff coming up on the. If you're part of the Crimson Cult, so look forward to that. If you're a Super Chat supporter and you have been here in the last little while, thank you so much. You've done a lot for my channel and for my family. I truly appreciate it. Have an amazing Halloween. I am Aaron. This is my movie library. This is my cinematic library. You are the Cult of Cinema. You guys rock. You guys are awesome. Zoinks! It is. Halloween 2020 is over, and it's getting into Noir-vember, and then it's going to be like the Christmas classic horror stuff. So, talk to you guys soon. Have a great night, everyone.